Hi everybody, welcome back here to my channel and finally to an episode of Indoor-Mania. I know it's been a while, I'm sorry. Some of you have asked me if I have plans to complete the park, and I can confirm I have finished it. I'm going to be honest with you and say that I don't think it's my best work. I think it's good, but there's definitely some things in here that I missed opportunity-wise. Mainly because I actually got a bit bored of the park. It was really fun in the beginning, and it took me a lot longer to build than I planned, and I just kind of lost my inspiration a little bit with it. And some areas in the park, which I'll get into very shortly, I'll explain why I'm not really a big fan of them, and some little details maybe that I missed, mainly just because I couldn't be bothered. I had other ideas that I wanted to play with in other park maps, etc. But it is complete, I have finished it, and I have put it on the workshop for you to download. So I have put a link down below in the description box for you to go to that link on Steam. And yeah, let's get into it and talk through the park a little bit. So unfortunately, I do have the Zoom mod not installed, just because it had a bug with the new update, but hopefully that will be sorted out soon. And yeah, basically this is like the entrance kind of path up to the park, and just along the front of the park here, I added in just a few little things. I've got a little petrol station here. That's a nice little thing I added there. Again, not crazy amounts of detail, just because also I want the park to run well. I don't want to add crazy detail and then it will, you know, really suffer. And then over here, I do have a little Hotel 24, just with a little car park, etc. It's just a small little motel, kind of motel, hotel, whatever you want to call it, little thing going on there. And then on this side, I have a multi-story car park, which I actually think turned out quite nice. I really like that. And that then goes into this nice water park over here, which unfortunately isn't really functional, of course, just because the slides are a mod. They're not working slides, but I did, you know, I used a river rapids actually as the Daisy River, and I've got the Resortotech mod installed, which allows me to add in these really cool rings, and I've put some lockers in there as well, like over here as well, which I think is really nice. Went with the Alpine theme. Actually, I built this way before I did the very first diorama competition, and as you know, in my diorama competition for the first one, I actually did a Alpine theme, and so it all came from this, which also was inspired by Astrotron's roofs that he actually made using the tiny little pieces put together, the cube. So that's really cool. So I did that little water park here. Got a nice little mounting over here with like these little like telecommunication tower on top kind of thing. I tried to do like one of those bowl slides and faked it, you know, using roof pieces, etc. Yeah, just a small little water park over there, and the entrance kind of sign over here is for Blizzard Bay, obviously inspired by Blizzard Beach there. And then obviously if I turn around there, leading up to the entrance gates of the indoor park, we have Indoor-Mania now open, fun for all, of course. It is a free entry park, and I have prices for each ride. So the coasters are obviously more expensive to ride, but the first area we have here is in the main dome, which actually is the first part I built. And I've left the roofs off so you can see inside, but you have to imagine that the roofs are there. Or I kind of decided that the roofs would be like those ones that open up like on football stadiums or something. So pretend it's sunny and they're open. But here we have like a jungle adventure theme. We have a spinning coaster here, which I actually think turned out really, really cool. I love the color scheme. Adding a little Ferris wheel over here called the Jungle Wheel. We have a teacups ride here, which has some nice theming from the new DLC download. And again, Indiana swinging ride. I can't remember what I actually called it now. Indiana Adventure, there we go. Nice little double inverted swinging ride there. Added in some theming. I was actually stuck with the theming for that one, and someone left me a comment saying just do Indiana Jones, you can't go wrong with that. So I took that idea, added in some rocks and a plane, and you know, there we go. I think that worked out really, really well. From there, we have some nice facades around the edges, but from there are some like little holes in the walls that you can walk through. There's one there that takes it into the space area. Or over here we have Space Bay 1 entrance. This is the main entrance. That takes it into the space area here, which I'm really liking. This is one of my favorite areas of the park. So over here we have a half pipe coaster, which I actually made before the half pipe mod came out. So you could have used I could have used the mod now, but this is themed obviously to like a Apollo launch mission. I have a tower there for the rocket launch, and this just, you know, goes back and forward against this nice kind of starry planet backdrop that I made. Got some nice kind of solar panels on top of the roof there of the station, and just some theming down below there just to add a bit of you know, theming to it. We have a nice twister ride, and the kind of launch coaster of this area here, which is actually just going now, is that this NASA moon mission ride, which is inspired by Cannon from Liseberg, which isn't there anymore unfortunately, but a very compact launched Intamin coaster with a really cool little moon landing that I built there, which I really liked, that little detail that I added. So I thought that was really cool. Got a very long line for this one. And then over, as we walk to the other side of the space area, we do have more of like a Mars expedition, is that a word? Exploration, there we go, sort of area. We have a Mack hypercoaster, which actually exits the roof. And then we have this huge kind of Mack hypercoaster that goes along the back of the park here. So I've actually got the Mack trains there installed into the game, which I think really make that look really cool. And that's just going back inside into the building now. And then over here we have a Mars rover bumper cars ride just hidden underneath this platform. And again over here a launch tower which goes through the roof into this other little extra roof part, which is Saturn V. I kind of did some like rocket theming just to add on to the side of the tower, just to make it look a bit more interesting rather than just a plain tower. Now up the top of here you can actually enter through the wall and also through here as well, which takes you to the other side where we have this zombie wasteland area. Now this is my least favorite area of the whole park. I don't think I did a particularly good job with it. I think it's okay, but like I said, not great. This area is my favorite with the twist, the top spin, sorry, which is called the generator. And it's got this cool little walkway coming down at the side there. Over here we have like a watchtower, there's some food here and toilets, etc. Got a crashed lorry and a fire engine all overgrown. I kind of went along the lines of the Walking Dead kind of thing, which is why I added in over here like a dark ride, which starts off outside, then you go through like the jail blocks, and then there's some, you have to imagine that there's things inside like actors and stuff. So it's a bit of a scare attraction. And then we have Zombie, the Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster, which actually again exits the building and actually is mostly outside. I really like it. It was inspired by Hang Time, of course, at Knott's Berry Farm with the lift and that little hold there. And then it just did like a really compact layout, which kind of starts off kind of loopy and twisty, and then actually heads out over here, does a little bit of airtime, and then there's a quick transition back into the building. So I'll just let you watch that for a second, but I wanted to build this because I wanted to play around with the supports. Gerstlauer supports are always really interesting, so I wanted to do something similar. So it's why I've gone ahead and added in all these crazy custom supports there for the coaster and really experimented using those pieces in slightly different ways than normal. So yeah, that's Zombie, the ride, which is a part of here, and the station is actually a crashed plane. Now, I'm not great at recreating kind of like objects like planes or you know, making people or dinosaurs, that kind of stuff, out of shapes. And so the plane isn't actually one of my favorite things I've ever made. I think it looks a bit wacky, but you get the idea. It's a plane and the station is underneath the wing there. So that was the kind of the idea of it. Got the idea from the Swarm from Thorpe Park for that one. So that's the zombie area. If I just cross over to the back here, from back to the space area, we have these big generator poles here. And then through those, you actually transition into the pirate area, which was built by Astrotron. Astrotron did an amazing job with this. It's actually the best area in the whole park. So without him, this park would really suck. But yeah, he did a really great job. I built the coasters and the water coaster, and he basically added all the buildings, all the theming. Did this really cool like rock skull feature, which I'll show you in a second at night time. Pirate ships, that kind of thing. And yeah, I just did the support work for the coasters and stuff, but you know, he went ahead and made this giant kraken here with the volcano and stuff, so it looks really cool. I really love that, and the whole thing works out really well. Got a junior boomerang here, which I made a very long time ago before Dan Amberley came up with the boomerang method. So this is actually using a slight LSM launch to get it going, but it does go up the reverse spike there and back down again. But that's looking really cool as well, and actually goes over the transition area into this area. And then just around the back of the park here, of course, we have some backstage areas and stuff like that. So I'm just going to quickly go into night mode, but you can download this park on the Steam Workshop and explore it for yourselves and look at all the little details, maybe in a bit more detail than I've showed you today. But yeah, this looks really cool at night time. So we've got some kind of standard lighting in here. The space area definitely has like the best kind of lighting going on with the purple, and I've got these neon lights and the smoke and everything. This as well, this kind of walkway platform area, which takes you up and over to the station for the launch coaster. The Pirate Bay Cove area obviously has all these kind of nice warm lanterns and stuff, so it looks really cool there. We've got some lights on the lift hill for the coasters and spotlights on the supports for zombie, and then over here as well got a few nice warm lighting as well in the water park, and got some billboards and things, you know, lined up along here. Got a Burger King thing there. Oh, don't copyright claim me. And I think that's a cola one as well. So yeah, you know, those kind of things. Got some nice touches here as well with street lamps and stuff. Now I will say the car park is an absolute mess. Like if you look at it really closely, it doesn't actually, it couldn't function. I got so lost with building this, I just left it and just thought, do you know what, it looks good, it doesn't matter if it functions. So in that aspect, I didn't really hit the mark with the car park area, but if you didn't look too closely, then you would never know. But yeah, so that's basically everything today. Thanks for watching this project. I hope you've enjoyed it. Do give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all next time for another episode, maybe off my studios park. So until next time, bye.